Have you ever seen a superstar so polarizing that even her biggest critics can't look away? Charlotte Flair commands attention whether she's soaring through a match or rattling off an interview, yet she's also stirring up more controversy than ever. Some fans believe she's the perfect blend of talent and presence, while others claim she's shoved down everyone's throats. Lately, her every move sets off heated debates on social media, creating a frenzy of opinions that make her both must-see television and a magnet for outrage. Her recent return from a catastrophic trio of injuries, torn ACL, MCL, and meniscus, sparked a fresh wave of speculation. Would the so-called Queen still reign supreme after so many months away? WWE wasted little time dropping her right back into title contention, which triggered the familiar chorus of complaints that Charlotte receives an endless stream of golden opportunities. Some fans backed her, pointing out that a record-breaking champion should be in the top mix. Others rolled their eyes, insisting the women's division needed fresh faces to counter the same recurring narratives. Yet here we are again, watching Charlotte Flair march into high-profile matches and storylines as if she never left. Meanwhile, John Cena decided to drop a bombshell by hinting he would break Ric Flair's monumental record of 16 world titles, effectively overshadowing the Nature Boy's legacy. Cena's statement was more than brash, it bordered on sacrilegious. If he truly dethroned Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania and reached 17 reigns, where would that leave Ric Flair in the history books? Charlotte didn't take it lying down. With her father's enduring fame on the line, she lashed out at Cena, insisting nobody could erase Ric Flair's name from the DNA of wrestling. Critics rolled their eyes, calling it just another Flair publicity stunt, but anyone who knows Charlotte understands how deeply she cherishes her father's achievements. For her, this was more than storyline hype. It was personal, and she wasn't shy about defending Ric's place in wrestling history. Ric Flair, for his part, tried to stay diplomatic. He respects Cena's legacy, but the faint worry in his voice whenever his record comes up is impossible to miss. Ric's career transcended numbers, moving into pop culture legend with flashy robes and an inimitable swagger. Could Cena really eclipse Ric's achievements and make future generations forget who wrote the record book in the first place? To Charlotte, that question is offensive. No one, not even Cena, can truly scrub the Flair name from wrestling lore. All of this tension spilled into Charlotte's ongoing feud with Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany might not have the years of experience Charlotte does, but she's determined to carve her own legend. Their split-screen interview ignited the spark, and fans witnessed Charlotte unleash stinging words meant to put Tiffany in her place. Many viewers saw it as a classic heel tactic, while others felt Charlotte had gone too far by belittling a rising star on live TV. Tiffany fought back verbally and physically, taking leaps off barricades and mustering enough bravado to stand toe-to-toe with the Queen. A few bold fans even suggested Tiffany might dethrone Charlotte at WrestleMania 41 in a shock upset, though oddsmakers still label Charlotte as the heavy favorite to secure her 15th Women's Championship. The hype for WrestleMania 41 grew even stronger when backstage whispers confirmed that WWE had no intention of reworking the Charlotte vs. Tiffany plan. No matter how loudly critics booed Charlotte, she's a lightning rod for fan emotion. If you despise her, you're screaming at your television. And if you love her, you can't wait for her next match. That kind of reaction is ratings gold in the wrestling world. Yet Charlotte's approach to the negative noise is hardly the cool, calculated style of some legendary heels. She openly pushes back, sometimes losing her composure in confrontations with the audience. That rawness makes her appear less polished, but it also feels more real, blurring the line between performer and personality. Every time fans roar their disapproval, Charlotte channels it, firing back in ways that spark even more furious conversation online. It's a vicious cycle of scorn, confrontation, and renewed interest. She's playing a dangerous game, balancing the classic role of a villain with her personal pride in the Flair legacy. Ask any old-school wrestling mind, and they'll say a good heel can manipulate the crowd's hatred at will. Charlotte, however, seems just as likely to be fueled by that hatred as she is to weaponize it. Some argue that approach is sloppy, while others claim it's part of her unique magnetism. Amid all this drama, Tiffany Stratton remains a wild card. She's young, hungry, and not content to be a mere stepping stone. Whenever Charlotte mocks her, Tiffany comes back swinging, determined to prove she's more than a placeholder. While some fans feel Tiffany's mic skills can't match Charlotte's venom, others see a bright spark that could soon outshine the Queen. Every segment the two share grows more intense, feeding rumors of a colossal showdown that could reshape the women's division. If Charlotte wins again, she marches closer to that untouchable record while shutting down Tiffany's breakout moment. If Tiffany triumphs, it could rattle the division from top to bottom, forcing people to reconsider everything they believed about the unstoppable Flair. Of course, there's another layer to Charlotte's story, the looming threat of John Cena's ambition. He made it painfully clear on a recent episode of Raw that he plans to dethrone Cody Rhodes, ruin wrestling for everyone else, and reach that 17th title, whether fans call Cena a hero or a sellout for chasing that record. His words stoked Charlotte's fire. She's determined not just to defend her father's name, but also to surpass Rick's legacy herself. If Cena beats her to it, how would that change the Flair narrative? Charlotte insists she'll break Cena's record if he achieves it first, yet the mere hint that Cena might rewrite the books has Charlotte on edge. The April 4th SmackDown is a prime example of how fragile Charlotte's composure can be. Faced with a relentless audience that booed every line out of her mouth, she appeared flustered at moments. Certain wrestling veterans suggest she studied legends like Triple H, who never let a jeering crowd derail a promo. Instead of pausing or faltering, they'd raise their voices, tighten their grip on the mic, and bulldoze forward until fans couldn't take over the segment. Charlotte's occasional slip-ups show she's still growing into the role of a top-tier heel, especially when dealing with thousands of hostile voices. Then again, part of Charlotte's appeal comes from those unscripted flashes of frustration. Love her or hate her, she's undeniably real in those moments, a competitor who can't always bottle her emotions. That authenticity draws viewers in, even those who keep tuning in just to boo her. There's a strange addictive quality to watching someone you can't stand. You want to see them fail, to witness them crack under the pressure. That energy fuels the entire program. If Charlotte walked out to polite applause and mild approval, she wouldn't be nearly as compelling. As WrestleMania 41 draws near, the clash between Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton looms large. WWE fans debate whether Tiffany is truly ready for this spotlight or if Charlotte will grab yet another title to thunderous boos. Rumors swirl that creative might throw in a shocking twist, but the prevailing expectation is that Charlotte will do what she's done many times before, rise above the noise and claim the spotlight. If she does, she'll inch closer to matching or even breaking Ric Flair's record unless John Cena accomplishes it first. That looming possibility stirs another wave of excitement, as fans watch to see if Charlotte can protect her father's legacy from Cena's bold pursuit. Will Charlotte's polarizing nature ultimately define her career, overshadowing even her successes? Or will she harness every ounce of disdain to cement her place as one of wrestling's all-time greats? For some viewers, she's a suffocating presence hogging titles and spotlight. For others, she's the heir to a dynasty, forging her own path in an industry where only the most captivating survive. Either way, the constant chatter around her name ensures she's not fading into the background anytime soon. By the end of WrestleMania 41, one thing will be clear: Charlotte Flair is either holding another championship and inching ever closer to the milestone her father set, or she's licking her wounds and plotting a comeback. Tiffany Stratton stands in her way, a hungry upstart who could rewrite her own destiny with one explosive victory. The outcome will reverberate beyond the women's division, influencing how fans view Charlotte's quest to surpass Ric Flair and John Cena's attempt to do the same.